Across the country in India, a silent crisis has been brewing. In this Kharif season, particularly among the farming community across the country, there is a shortfall of urea supply leading to long queues, lot of worries and woes for the farmers, and an anxiety and pressure among the farmers that they might not be able to fertilize their farms in a timely fashion in order to optimize their output. And at the root of this urea crisis, there are multiplicity of factors which have led to this crisis. Usually, every year, what happens is the state governments, they will make an estimate of the urea requirement and they will send a request to the central government, particularly to the Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers. And the Ministry of Chemical and Fertilizers, in consultation with the Ministry of Agriculture, will supply the urea to different states based on the requirement of each and every individual state. But this year, the central government, it has in fact not able to fulfill its promise of supplying the urea to different states. And there are multiple reasons for the same, both external and internal. First and foremost, if you look at the external reasons, one of the main ingredient into urea production is natural gas. And because of the crisis in West Asia, the natural gas's price has shot up. Then apart from that, because of the Russia-Ukraine conflict, what happened is one of the major producer of urea in the entire world is Russia. And because of the Russia-Ukraine crisis, what is happening is there are numerous sanctions against Russia. In fact, creating a problem for Russia in exporting its urea. Then apart from this, one more important factor is, so in fact, the central government is blaming the state governments, saying that they have mismanaged and logistically there is a challenge. So this is one more factor, and because of this Kharif season's good rainfall, the acreage of crops has increased and many dry lands also have been converted into paddy cultivation fields, particularly in states like Telangana. So if you look at the statistics this year in Telangana, so in comparison to last year there was only 32 lakh acre of paddy cultivation, but this Kharif season there is 55 lakh acre of paddy cultivation. Then apart from the paddy cultivation, one more important factor is, so the application of urea should happen in a particular time period of paddy cultivation. And the time period is going to come in 20 days and the urea short supply is clearly being felt in rural India. And because of which reason, the farmers are getting a lot agitated, particularly in many southern states, including Telangana, Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. The farmers have a traditional practice of excessive use of urea. If you look at it, the all India average per acre for urea is 100 to 120 kilos. But in states like Telangana, the average per acre application of urea is 170 kgs, which is a farmer-led problem. Then over and above this, one more important reason is many of the domestic urea producing companies, they have been shut down or they are functioning at a suboptimal level, primarily because of the absence of the inputs. The case in point here is this example of Ramagundam Fertilizer and Chemical Factory, which in the past 145 days has been functional only for 78 days. Then along with that, one more important problem that is there is also a large-scale diversion of urea which is happening. And this diversion of urea for non-agricultural purposes, particularly it is going for chemical industries. Then apart from chemical industries, it is going for plywood industries, it is going for cattle feed industries where it is being used in order to adulterate cattle feed. And along with that, there are some allegations that some of the urea is also being diverted in order to make adulterated milk. So which we know already that in milk which is being supplied in many places across the country, urea has become an ingredient and adulterated milk is produced through urea. Because of all of these factors, the urea is being diverted, farmers are using it in excess. Central government, because of the global crisis, it was not able to fulfill the promise of its supply. Particularly if you look at Telangana, the total requirement that the Telangana had predicted was 10.48 lakh metric tons, but the central government so far has been able to supply only 5.62 lakh metric tons. So because of this reason, there is definitely a crisis of urea and the central government definitely has to act in haste in order to get the urea into the country. And along with that, the state governments also should focus on the logistics, particularly because of the crisis in urea supply. There is a lot of black marketing and hoarding which is happening, and the state governments are responsible to crack down on this hoarding so that the farmers will not face a crisis in urea. Thank you.